The point isn't to like show it to admins or anything, bro. I think that's like pretty clear. Then the point is just to like a lot of people were talking about this shit. It's been almost 3 months, approaching on 3 months since the ban, and I've kind of moved on. But like I don't know, like some fucks are like keeping images and like screenshots, and they're like sharing them like 3 months later. And like I don't know why that shit's being brought up over and over again. So I was like, okay, fuck it, bro. You were, bro. I still am. I don't think I'm not. Like, okay, let me just clarify something. I'm banned. I'm not suspended. I'm fucking terminated. I can't appeal. I can't do anything. Nothing. I'd show you the NoPixel website, but I don't know if I'm like supposed to show that or not. So I'm not gonna do that. Just drink some more water here. Definitely not nervous. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So like a couple like it's been months now, but like I streamed like this, and there were like vertical black bars, and it was because I play on 16 by 10, and I just like streamed 16 by 10 to 16 by 10 as like a raw ratio, and I was like I wanted to fix these black bars, so like I asked around, 'cause, like everybody in chat was trying to give me like advice on how to fix that shit. So I asked around, and like I don't know if you can check the date, but you know I was told to do this thing right here. So it starts here. I was like, bro, how do I like fix these black bars, these vertical black bars on the side? And I was told, bro, just go through the settings here, go in here, and just put it from 16 by 10 to 16 by 9. And I just did that. I downscaled the resolution from 16 by 10 to 16 by 9. And I don't know what I don't know if you guys know, but like when you take an image from a 16 by 10 source and you try to apply it into a 16 by 9 format, it needs to fill in these vertical black bars. So what happens is you get something like this. So it looks a little bit stretched. And like I think you can see the date here, yeah, on the 8th of December last year. So I was that day like I was just trying to like experiment, trying to find out like how to fix that. Try to experiment with that. I don't know if you can tell. Testing, testing, testing. Like I think this was during like the J Hobbs meeting, but like it was pretty hard for me to tell, but like that shit was stretched. I didn't notice it at first. So in that same day, it was a pretty short day. We had like a pretty long like confrontation with like Kyle's cop character. It was like 25 minutes long, and that eventually turned into a shootout. And I think this is like the clip that got me banned. So I don't know if you can tell. There's like barely any audio. Like I'm speaking on the radio. There's no audio. This shit looks stretched as fuck. Absolutely terrible, terrible. Like way to showcase a clip. And that was it, right? Like I was like when I like first like had this clip, I was like, should I post it or not? Because like the reason I wanted to like share it was because first of all, it's like pretty rare to get a POV from my side. On top of that, it's my second time shooting cops ever. I've been whitelisted for 2 years, or at least I was, and this was my second time shooting cops. So it's pretty like filled with adrenaline, and I was like, "Fuck, bro!" Like I think like it's a good POV. I didn't realize Mike was streaming at the time. I was like, "Oh, it's a one and only POV." Plus, that's Kyle right there. Like I don't know if you know, but we used to fuck around with Kyle because his cop character and his scrim character had the same voice. So we would fuck around, and Kyle put a hit out on his own character. So I was like, "Alright, we just killed Kyle's bitch ass." And I think it'd be a nice little funny clip. But like when I posted it, I kind of realized that it's kind of stretched. So with that, I gave an explanation. I was like, listen, like I have a 16 by 10 display. I downscaled it to 16 by 9, so it might look stretched, okay? But I was pretty confident. Like I got called like pretty like I was called an idiot for showing that, and I immediately regretted sharing this, of course. But I didn't want to like try and hide it because I had nothing to hide. Like sure, like somebody can look at this and have like the wrong thought process about that. But at the end of the day, like I was like in my mind it was like, oh, the admins can just check the logs. They can see the resolution I play on. They can see what's going on, And let's close this out then. So this is like how it works. So this was like my display setting on like the system, and this was like the display setting in game, 16 by 10. That's the resolution. So when you have 16 by 10 and 16 by 10 raw, you get these vertical black bars. So when you don't scale it to 16 by 9 to try to fill those black bars, it looks stretched. So you can see the difference between the two videos. So like, this is what I see, right? So like even the recording looks stretched, like this is what I see at the bottom right, whereas the recording looks stretched. It's gonna like alternate. So it's hard to tell like if you just look at the recording, but like if you like compare the two, like you can see it's clearly like the character's taller. When you compare it to like the video, you can see that shit's stretched. And I not gonna lie, I put myself in a bad light. It was definitely my fault for sharing that. But like in my thought process, I was like, I did nothing wrong, so I should be good. Because in the past, in the past, I've dealt with admins and they were like extremely, extremely fair. Like, bro, those guys would give me like fucking guides and shit, man. And they like understand all the perspectives, right? So I was like, bro, the admins have been super fair to me. So I doubt it's a big deal, right? So I 100% regretted sharing that video, but I didn't want to delete it because it looked like I was like trying to hide something. So that happened, and like I was like, and then I got banned like I think like 7 days after, because somebody turned that video into a streamable, and like when you make that video into a streamable, it obviously takes away all the context. So obviously, if you see a video like that, let me go back to you. Never mind, everything's closed. If you see a video like that, you're gonna think, okay, bro, this guy just plays on stretch. He's a shitter. Get rid of him, right? And that's like completely understandable. So like when I got banned, I was like, bro, should I like submit a ticket? Should I reach out to somebody? I don't know what I should do. And like, guys, don't be mean, don't be rude here. This is not the admin's fault here. So I was like, should I make a ticket? I was like, okay, it was pretty stupid of me to share that video because like I did that to myself, right? So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait out the 30 days because it said 30-day suspension and then 30 warning points. And like at the time of the ban, I had no other warning points, 0 warning points. It was just the ban for unfit. Yeah, I wasn't playing on stretch. No, I've never, bro. I had my FPS like capped to like 60. Like I would like have like the fucking like the highest settings possible. Like I didn't give a fuck about that shit. Like I could care less. Yeah, so like that video got turned into a streamable, and then I'm assuming that streamable got it sent to the admins. Like the admins found out about it because that streamable was posted in Forehead's chat, and there's like 3,000 people there. And obviously there's absolutely no context. Even like Forehead's chat thought that like I was playing on stretched and I like leaked something, right? So obviously, if you look at it from the admin's perspective, you're like, okay, this guy's absolutely no value to the server because if you play on something that's stretched, like your priorities are pretty obvious. Like you don't care about roleplay, you're just there to shoot and gain an advantage, right? So like, I can understand the ban, right? But I was like, I don't know if I should reach out to somebody because I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait the 30 days. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like, winter break's coming up. I don't have that many classes these days. I think it's bad because it makes it easier to aim or some shit. Yeah. So I was like, winter break, got no classes. I was definitely busy, but like not as much. So I was like, listen, I got lots like couple of hours every single day. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on public servers and I'm gonna roleplay my fucking ass off. and it's gonna be hard because like public servers, like people aren't there to like roleplay. It's very hard to like find roleplay. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna roleplay my ass off. I'm gonna like spend this time, and I'm gonna like go all in on my appeal. And like I've written lots of like research papers and shit, right? So I was like, bro, I'm just gonna ace this appeal. It's not gonna be an issue at all. So like I started off day one, went in on it fully. Um, I didn't want to make the appeal too long because I didn't know, like I don't want to just like overburden the admins. I know they got like lots of shit going on. I doubt they would read it if it's like 20 pages long. But trust me, I could write 20 pages to that shit. I could put out so much for that appeal, man. But I was like that. It ended up being like 7 pages. Like I ended up like kind of like toning it down a bit, kind of like summarizing it a bit, focusing on the key aspects. Obviously, explaining this whole thing, adding roleplay clips that I got from like public servers, and it took a while, bro. Like I would wake up early in the morning just to like try out different servers. Like most servers would be dead, or like nobody would want a roleplay, or like you would have to like grind to like get to a certain extent before you could build up on a story, and that shit was hard. But like eventually I got the roleplay clip. I was like, bro, I'm pretty proud of this. And like in my appeal, like that shit was like very well written. Like I was extremely confident in like getting unbanned because of this, right? And like I submitted the appeal, and like I think like a little over a day. It wasn't even 2 days, like less than 2 days. Like I was just like checking up. Is like, oh, you'll get like a response to the forums. So I was just checking up. I was like, oh, I'm not getting a response on the forums. It's like I open up Discord and I'm like, wait a minute, the NoPixel Discord's missing. I try to rejoin it. I'm like, oh, I'm banned from the NoPixel Discord. I like pay a little bit more attention on the website, and it says you're banned. And like I try to like open up another appeal form, and that shit doesn't work. So I'm like, oh, okay. And you only get one appeal. You do get more than one. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe they just like straight up denied that shit. I don't know. So I was like, damn, brother. I put all that effort. Like it took me 37 days. I'd even wait like 30 days. I was like, nah, bro. 30 days I can appeal right now, but like I'd rather, you know, get this shit done. Like get this shit done right. Like I'd rather like put in like all my effort. Like if I wasn't satisfied with that appeal, like I would hold on to it for like months. And just like keep working on it. Like if I didn't get a good clip, you know, and bro, that shit was hard. Like you want to know what public servers look like? I think this is okay to show because it's censored. Yeah, it's little kids yelling slurs. That is. Those are the 5M public servers. So it was pretty hard to like go in there and like you remember. Okay. Can't This was pretty hard going there and like trying to roleplay. But like I eventually managed it. I eventually managed that shit out, and I was really proud of this because like I learned a lot. No, I'm not playing. I don't. Well, this is like part of the appeal. I don't know if I should be showing that shit. Like that's also like the reason I'm like not clicking on this. I don't know if I should be showing any of that, or like the ban ID or like all that shit. Like I'd rather, because like when I submitted the appeal, I was pretty confident. Because like the admins were pretty extremely fair in my case in like the past. And like I understand. I used to have absolutely dog shit RP, bro. I would do sanitation, check up on the Pinger app, and then rob people like Uber. That absolute shit RP. Absolutely no regard for anybody else's RP, except for my own. I'm well aware of that. And like none. That's not peak RP. There's a reason why I stopped doing that stuff. I completely understood that. Like, and I stopped that shit like a while ago. It's like I stopped that shit like around like I think here September. Like even before that. Like the Pinger app, I stopped that even before that. Like because I understood like like I started to realize, like it is fun, countering crates, but like nobody else is able to counter crate. I mean, nobody else is able to, do an ammo crate in EU, and that's because of me. And that shit RP, like there's no give in that RP. So when people would ask me to like check up on the pinger, I'd be like, listen, bro, I'm checking on the pinger once, and I'm not doing that again. And then like you guys probably like heard that on streams, no? Like that happened live. Like I completely stopped doing that shit. And then with like the goober robberies, like the reason like I was so motivated to do the goober robberies was because I didn't feel like doing sandy and like gathering money for mats. So I was like, oh, goobers, robbing goobers like an easy way to get out of it. Just get money quickly. Just quickly get money. But I quickly realized like robbing people nonstop, that's shit RP, especially doing it blacked out. Especially robbing people blacked out. I was like, okay, you're not even giving the other person a chance to, react back, have some sort of RP leading back to it. And like that's what like the admins, dealt with me on in the past. And they were extremely, extremely fair. Like you have no idea. Like I was like, oh, I'm a fucking nobody. Like, oh, nobody's get banned. Like I'm about to get unfit. I was super scared. But like the admins, like extremely, extremely fair. Like that's partly the reason why like when I like sent in my appeal, I was like, bro, it should be easy, right? So like none of that like finger shit or like goober shit ever mattered. And like I was like learning to like step away from that sort of stuff, right? Like I was getting like motivated by RP. I was like, okay, it is pretty nice to create a story. Like I don't know if you guys could tell, but like I would like even like I learned shit from like forehead from AK. Like I would stop wearing masks. I would like instead of running around in circles, like just like from like the little shit to like the big shit, And I was like, okay, this shit's going good. Like the biggest issue with that was that during EU, like there were like 40 people in the server at times, and it was pretty hard to like even find a hostage, let alone somebody to RP with. So I started logging into NA after like my schedule cleared up, and I started like I don't know if you guys know, but like I'd be on like other people's stream for like a little bit, and I'd just like dip off, like do my own thing, and I'd just be going around talking to different people, making like these deals. Like one of my like favorite aspects to like roleplay with was like cops. Like I absolutely loved role playing with cops. Like I know most of like the crim community absolutely hates cops, but it was pretty fun role playing with them. Like I started feeling bad for taking hostages for stores, and I would just like walk up to stores, put up a story, rob them, and cops would every single time, I kid you not, every single time they would go along with the role play. Every single time. And I was like, damn, bro, these guys actually enable all that role play. And like that shit would be fun. Like I would have like the biggest smile on my face doing that. I was like, man, like who cares about like this high intensity stuff? Like who cares about that? Like at the end of the day, like the core is interaction. And I started to like have like a couple different arcs. Like I had one with the IDs. I was doing like this identity theft scam. I was home invading people. I don't know if you guys know about that. Like I was literally like walking up to people's like homes, like walking in, like being like, yo, let me get a cup of coffee real quick. Walking in, sitting on the couch, and just like fucking home invading, like like setting up plans. Like that shit was crazy. I would still get like called up to like do oxy runs, rob oxy runs and shit, right? But like I would never rob that shit. I kind of got like tired of that shit. Like I don't think I robbed like on my own. That is like not like in like a bank truck or anything like that. I don't think I've robbed anybody like on my own ever since like September. And it wasn't that like I was scared to do it, or like it was necessarily bad to do, because like I don't think robbing in general, like overall as like a blanket, is bad. But I kind of just like walked away from it a little bit, because I was able to like explore other avenues, and I was really getting into it. I was really, really motivated. So I was like, you know what? I want to share my perspective. I want to share my POV, because I'm only known as the finger guy. Like and that shit, like I stopped that shit months ago, right? But that's like all anybody knows my character as, and I kind of realized that was a bad thing. So I was like, okay, I'm like clear up my schedule NA. I'm gonna fix like this this resolution shit, and I'm gonna stream my POV. Fuck it, that shit was fun. Like I'd be laughing my ass off, but all that shit, would be the pinger guy, like the guy that robs goober, or just sits on the pinger all day. dog shit RP pretty much. And I was starting to really enjoy like other aspects, right? Like I learned a lot. Like anybody that role played with me would see that transformation 100%. Like even with like the manner, bro. Like just fucking with them, just going up, like bro. That shit was fun. Like everybody in the server, I can't think of a single person like I would dislike in the server or that didn't provide me RP, that I didn't have a good time with. I can't think of anything. That shit was fun, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure it's just like it's like a misunderstanding. Because like it does look like I play on stretch res, and I still have like the original file. I think this is the original file from that day. I don't know if there's like a way to like go into like the properties and like see like any like aspect ratio scaling or whatever. But like bro, like you can even tell the time that this happened because like I didn't want to share the video like while the server was up. I waited for the server to restart, server to be fully down before I shared that video. I was like, I'm taking no chances. But it didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. But it is what it is, you know. I've seen people talking about it. I was like, hey, let me just elaborate on this. It is what it is. You know, it is it's a misunderstanding. But listen, I'm still happy. I still had a good time. Yeah, it's over. I like. There's no appealing. There's nothing. But I had a good time though. I got absolutely nothing bad to say about the server. I mean, I was studying, but it's not like I can't like put aside like an hour or two, right? Like when I got like banned from NoPixel, I was like, bro, like I need something to fucking occupy my head. I was about to like go apply to med school or some shit. I was like, bro, I'm about to go study for the MCAT, bro. I need something to occupy my head. You know, do something with all this time. Like I obviously had time to like at least log in for like an hour or two. And I mean, you can say it's sad, but I don't know if you can tell, but I got a fat ass smile on my face. I'm happy for everything that happened. It was really really fun. You know, even like the chatters. You know, like I know like the communities clash. Like some of you guys hate like the Hades chatters, or, like the Manor chatters, or like, bro, everybody was nice to me, bro. Like even like Buddhist chat, like everybody was nice to me. Like nothing bad to say about it at all. Let me show you like the worst interaction I had with a chatter. Worst one. This is the worst. That's it. By Kieran. That's it. This is the most amount of hate I ever got. Mr. Kieran. And you know what? More power to him. You know, this guy stays motivated hating, and I can respect that. This guy wakes up, he's laying down in bed, he doesn't want to get up, he wants to just like sit there, stare at the ceiling, lie down. And then, you know what, he's like, he thinks to himself, like, what's gonna make me wake up? You know, he thinks to himself, he's like, you know what, today, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna say the dumbest fucking shit ever. And that motivates him, you know, he's like, I'm gonna be a fucking dumbass today. That's my goal for the day. And he gets out of bed and he hops out. And you know what? That's motivation. Why should I hate on that? Yep, that's the worst one. Like, even this. Love to you, my brother. How do I... Oh, hell no. But love to that guy, man. Like, that's the worst hate I've ever gotten. Like, you can understand how, like, understanding and accepting the community has been in that regard. And, you know, if this guy's, like, motivated for that shit, like, so be it. So be it. Like, so what if Lang doesn't give a shit? So what? If that motivates you, like, who am I to hate on that shit? And that was it. I don't think there's anything more, like, bro. Like, I love, like there's like these cops, bro. Like, I would love role playing with them, but I don't think like all like the I don't think the clips are there anymore because we're reaching 3 months on the ban. I think all the VODs are gone, bro. This guy would always, respond to my stores and like, we just laugh it off, man. That shit was funny as fuck. Like all the scenarios that we used to go through, and then this guy would like always play along, and like if shit didn't work out, I would just like walk away. Like actually like role playing with the cops, like that was like one of my favorite things to do. Like even in the cells, like bro, you could spam taste the fuck out of me, beat me down, I'd still sit there with a smile on my face. Like I absolutely never had an issue with the cops ever. Like this guy Rhodes would lower charges on me. That guy's known for stacking charges. Like just overall, like I got nothing bad to say. It was a fun time, and it is what it is. And I would have been upset if I like didn't put my all in, right? Like if I just like half-assed the appeal, or like I just wrote like, oh, I'm sorry, like trust me, bro, that appeal was fucking. There was effort put into that shit. If I didn't put my all into it, like I would have definitely felt guilty that I lacked something. But actually was fun. It's like that shit. Like you can't do that shit in real life. Like you can't like act all goofy and like do dumb shit and like do all these scenarios in real life. Because like I do love the social aspect of it, and I wanted to do more with it, but it's unfortunate like how that ended up. It is a misunderstanding, but I can understand the admin's perspective, right? I can see like if you see like I don't even want to read the appeal like if like something like that happened, right? Like you see like a stretch res, you're like, okay, bro, this guy's there to shoot. Like they're moving into 5.0. Get the fuck out the server. I can completely understand the perspective. But it is what it is. I had fun. I got nothing bad to say. Absolutely love doing that shit. Like I can understand like most people would be like, oh, like bank trucks or cargo ship, that's all you did, bro. But like I would dip off and just do my own shit, bro. Like you would only see me on like Forehead stream, like because I had to like I'd do like one like jewelry store a day to try to like get the Fleeca cards because I loved hacking. Like I'd do one of those a day, and then just like fuck off and just like talk to random people, bro. It's insane how you can like the amount of like interactions, like the amount of fun you can have by just doing that. That shit was fun. 100%. But I don't think there's any more to say. Like, you guys have like any questions, like any accusations? Like, bro, just tell me. I'd say it all. Got nothing to hide. Anything. Like metagaming, where the fuck else, bro? Like anything bad you can think about. Like I'll answer it right now. I don't know if it's back to being a chatter. I don't really watch anymore. I don't even know what the fuck's going on in the server. I like, believe it or not, like the only person I watch is Buddha. I'll watch like an hour or two of Buddha stream. I'm not getting unbanned. That's not even a question. You don't understand. I am obliterated from existence. Obliterated. I am gone. That shit's never happening. Like you understand? Like I'm not even in the Discord anymore, bro. I wish like at the end of the day, like I wish I could speak to somebody because I know in the past, right? Like the admins have been extremely fair to me. Like I wish I could speak to somebody and just like see the perspective, like pour that shit out, the aspirations, the fucking like the want. Like bro, if I put this dedication into something in life and I'm gonna do that, like something else in life, I'll go places. Like I used to wake up at 4 in the morning. Yeah, you can do that. I used to wake up at like 4 in the morning every single day. Get like my research done, like the autoclave, where the fuck else like I had to do for the day, get that shit done just so I could, log onto the server, have a little bit of fun. And that was fun. Like, and I can understand like my character at times like monotone or like didn't really have much character. And I think you guys know why the circumstances were like that, Like maybe I was on campus playing. Maybe that was just the case. But bro, it was like I just loved doing that shit, man. But it is what it is, you know. I wish I could just like speak to somebody, but I don't even know who to reach out to, right? So at this point, it is what it is. Like I'll absolutely love the NoPixel community. Got nothing bad to say. And I think that's it. Look at that. That's a Cypress emote. Even fucking, I know like people would like get into like this drama shit about Omi and shit, but guy was cool as fuck. Nothing bad to say about him. He was funny. He never like treated me like in a weird way or anything like that, you know? Like I'm telling you, I got beef with absolutely nobody. That shit was fun. Like every time, like I was just like in the server, I just had the biggest smile on my face, and you could definitely tell it in my voice. But like if there's nothing more to it, then I think I end. I am not Mike's son, bro. Get that shit out your. My character is not Mike's son. This shit out your head. But I thought I would clarify the things, cause it's been like almost 3 months and that shit's still being brought up. So I thought I'd clarify, but it is unfortunate. I wish I could speak to somebody, but such is life. You know, like life ain't fair. You know, perspective is everything. And I've definitely learned a lot. So.